we are at the age of prophets as fathers. So to understand that, you need to understand the importance of your voice right now and what that means. And so from All Ingredients Count, I'm going to read, right, the role of healthy parenting in children's success. That is chapter 6. And here, in the picture, is me and my brothers and sisters, except for my brother Corn. Corn was in the womb at the time this picture was taken, right? So we were some kids whose father and mother had really just divorced. And so if you can see it on my sister's face, you can see my sister's face where she looked like Pam Grier. She mad, right? And then you see on my oldest brother's face, Columbus, who's the pastor, that looked like no problem. So when my brother Columbus was 16, my dad came to the house to discipline. And he got so afraid, he ran in the house and got the rifle and came out on the porch. While my mother and them, and my father and them, this is in front of, because where I grew up on Prairie, we shut the block down fight. That was a normal thing for the mans. So my brother come running out the house, he the oldest now. My dad gone. And in that instant, my mother shifted from the argument to the discipline where my brother had to go put the gun up. Because we had all been taught how to handle this rifle. We had this rifle in the house. We had all been taught how to handle it. Now, little did Kalon know, there was nothing in the gun. But out of fear of his father at the time, he thought he was doing something to protect his brothers and sisters because his father was gone. And the talk around my brother's head from aunties and uncles was my father was a dirtbag. He's no good. He's this, right? But not for my uncles. My Uncle Earl would call and tell me, right, how powerful my daddy was and how good my father was. So I'm reading this excerpt. It says, parenting plays a pivotal role in shaping the success of well-being in the well-being of children. In this chapter, we will explore the essential ingredients of healthy parenting that supports children's success. We examine the importance of fostering and nurturing a supportive environment, providing guidance, discipline, promoting emotional intelligence, cultivating a growth mindset. By embracing these ingredients, parents can empower their children to thrive. I want to be clear that one of the most important areas of raising healthy children is parenting. And how we parent is key to the growth and mindset of every child. Every child is different. We may want them all to be the same, but we are different. I believe in the traditional way of raising a family. Father, mother, notice the order. Father, mother, children, and household. I believe in that model. I had that model until divorce impacted our family. But there is an important lesson there. We learned a lot, and learning truly is everything. I always reassure parents by sharing with them. I have always encouraged parents, and I'm often excited by their reactions in their children's life's goals and dreams. I love that, I really do. Parenting starts before you ever procreate to have a child, and many of us do not understand that. I am a firm believer that DNA duplicates certain traits in our children. Practice being a good person now, because when you decide to have a child, you will pass on those traits in your DNA and contribute to the creation of life with a woman. There are many statistics we were not previously aware of regarding the importance of fathers in the family. In the research, in the 50s, when the men went off to war, World War II, they hired the women. When they saw that they could pay women at that pay scale, they was getting cheaper labor, so they could make the war last longer. Right? Because we're getting this cheap labor. Essentially, that becomes a driving force to the elite, the rich. They decided that we are going to put these pieces in play to separate families. And just like many things, their first experiment was always on the culture. So once they see it work on our culture, they applied it to all cultures. Crack epidemic, opioids. Didn't shift. It just transferred because now the problem is that the bare minimum that's encoded in people is hate. So statistics that were once hidden, denied, or undiscussed are now widely available. People have awakened to the reality that the father is just as important as the mother. Parents must be on the same page, because when they are not, it causes harm to children. I advocate for boys, and I need people to understand this. I advocate for boys, men, husbands, and fathers. And my reason for it is because we didn't. We didn't advocate. We didn't. Father's Day didn't become a holiday until 1972. It was first mentioned in 1936. Nixon was the one that made Father's Day a holiday. It was first mentioned back in 1936, and prior to that, there are some studies that say it was mentioned before that by a girl before Mother's Day. So I can't protect you, her, and her with my cape. I can protect you with this word. You let me handle the boys, the men, the husbands, and the fathers. I can protect you. I can get you a quality husband. I can get you a quality man. But you gotta let us do the work. And all ingredients count. That's just one of the chapters for which we were, where we shared some of this importance. And I drive